Hello and welcome everybody from over at Jazzeline's channel. This is going to be the grand finals for tonight's Heroes Rise Contenders Series tournament. I am the Crushinator. If you've not been here from earlier, we've got an excellent finals for you between WildHeart Omega and ManChickens in our best of 3 series here tonight. We're just waiting on our 10th player to join the lobby, and then we will be all ready to go. Hope you're all having a fantastic evening. I hope you've got an excellent beverage like me. Little Blanche de Chambly for me. Excellent stuff. How you doing, Alexia? How you doing, Dax? Hope you had fun in the first series there. While we've got a moment, let's head over to the map select screen to let you know what the state of the series is going to be heading into game number 1. Sky Temple and Cursed Hollow have been banned out here by WildHeart Omega. ManChickens removing Alterac Pass and Infernal Shrines. And we're going to be going to Battlefield of Eternity for game number 1. If you were here for our first series, this is going to be looking very familiar. This is going to be looking very, very familiar here, this screen. But I'm going to start on Battlefield of Eternity once again. Just need our 5th to come on back from the bio, and then we'll be ready to go here for game number 1. Fantastic stuff. Our first series was pretty back and forth between WildHeart Omega and Baby Diamond Hands. WildHeart Omega just having a very strong close to those 2 games. Baby Diamond Hands definitely putting up a fight in that setup. We just saw the game number 3 here, ManChickens versus 30k Violet. ManChickens with that, they were looking very good there on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Very strong composition, put them through for an early victory. They're on game number 3 versus 30k Violet. We'll see if they can replicate those results here versus WildHeart Omega for our grand finals tonight. Who are we missing? Who are we short? I think we are short funds. Yes. Funds. Running late, coming on back to the computer. But hopefully we don't have to wait too much long. In the meantime, chat, tell me about your Game 1 experience. I didn't get to see Game 1 and 2 over there. How was it? I saw it went 1-1. I didn't get to see the series at all. They're starting the timer. Oh boy. They're memeing in chat. Hopefully we'll get funds in here and we'll be able to get started on our first game of this set. It's been quite the week. I say it's been quite the week. Every week with work has been quite the week. I'm glad we're here on a Friday. We just get to chill out with some excellent Heroes of the Storm. It's always a fun tournament. It's exciting that our finals isn't happening at 1 in the morning. Last week was a long one. Oh my goodness, I tried to stay up till the end. It was a toughie though. It was a toughie. FCX Streams, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate the support. Hopefully we'll have a show started for you here in just a couple of minutes as we wait on our 10th player. Fun's gotta hurry up. Gotta get there, Funds. Let's go. Let's go. Gotta do it. How you doing, Kalis? Welcome, welcome. As I stand here killing time, I'll share some exciting news. I'm not sure where you live. I'm not sure what the restrictions are like in your area, but my gym has been closed for like a month. That sucks. But it is reopening in 9 days. Which is awesome, because I hate working out at home. I truly despise trying to work out on a hardwood floor with only a yoga mat and 2 cats that don't understand that they don't need to be directly under me at all times. I like going to the gym. It's fantastic. Looks like I've riffed for about long enough. Our 10th player has arrived. We're just going to get everyone on the correct side of the lobby, and then we'll get started here with game number 1. And I'm going to remember. We're going to do the bet right after the lobby finishes. Let's get into the draft. We're starting on Battlefield of Eternity. I hope you weren't too bored by my rambling. ManChickens will be first to act here on our map number 1. Bans were very, very standard in our first series. Stukov, Rhaegar, Johanna taken off the board both games. Chen actually taken off the board both games to deny Gojira that pick. We'll see if ManChickens is going to continue the tradition, or if not. Free furry slippers, I know, right? Hogger actually going to be removed here by ManChickens as Rhaegar is banned by WildHeart Omega. How you doing, Psy Stormy? It's going to be a Chen ban again! Gojira can't escape the Chen bans. That does mean Stukov and Johanna remain open here, as Junkrat is actually going to be banned by WildHeart Omega. We'll see what ManChickens wants to pounce on here for first pick. I think they have to take one of Johanna and Stukov, or else they give both to WildHeart Omega, and that's pretty rough. See what they want to take. Unless they're super, super confident. Playing into Johanna Stukov is pretty rough. What's it going to be here? They're going to try to do it. QTM is going to lock in the Lucio for ManChickens. Does WildHeart Omega just slam Johanna Stukov right now? Or are they going to continue to string this draft along? You got to do it. How do you not? There's the Stukov. Iron locking that in for WildHeart Omega. And there's the Johanna. Playing with my heart. It is Gojira that picked up Johanna here, so this could be an offlane Johanna. Or it could be a big Jabait. Maybe Gojira taking it as a bait there. Who are these excellent emotes from? Mionra. I'm not familiar with Mion, but they look excellent. Murid and Dahak are going to be the choices here for B-Kid and Porky. Muradin. Dahak, a pretty good hero as well. We'll have to see if it is going to be the Sledgehammer on 4 for that extra race for Muradin. I feel like that's slightly gone out of style, but it is a little bit of extra race, and if you don't feel like you're going to get much value out of the double clap or the reverb, you definitely see it happening. Further off-lane bans from ManChickens, now removing the Blaze as WildHeart Omega takes out the Li Ming. Lunara, Reb, going to run that back once again here for WildHeart Omega. That's the third Lunara game in a row here for Reb. And Funds is going for the Sonya. So we'll see if that's going to be a hero switch between Gojira and Funds here, or if they've got something crazy in mind. Roger waiting on that last pick. Meanwhile, though, ManChicken and Dansky thinking about how they want to round out this draft. They need both of their damage here. Sylvanas is open, Greymane is open. Some great push potential heroes. Hanzo available. Dansky going to lock that in, and there's the Sylvanas coming on through from ManChicken. So what are you taking here if you're Roger? Tychus can be a solid follow-up with the Johanna Stukov, but it might be tough to find a connection on anybody. It's just going to be the Greymane. Roger going to take the race, going to take the camp clear, and there's a lot of siege potential between the heroes of WildHeart Omega here. Looks like Funds is going to move over to that Johanna, and Gojira picking up the Sonya here. Everyone on ManChickens is happy with their choices. Looking good, looking good. Alrighty. Took a little time, but we're ready. We're getting into game number 1 here between WildHeart Omega and ManChickens. This should be a solid bout. This should be a really solid bout. WildHeart Omega, no stranger to the finals here. Heroes Rise Contender Series, but ManChickens, they've got quite the squad here tonight. See if they can pull it out here as we load on into Battlefield of Eternity. Alrighty. Game number 1 of our grand finals tonight. On the left in the blue, we have WildHeart Omega. Reb is on the Lunara, Iron playing Stukov, Funds is on the Johanna, Roger is playing Greymane, and Gojira is on the Sonya. On the right in the red, we have ManChickens. Dansky on that Hanzo, ManChicken on the Sylvanas, B-Kid on Muradin, QTM is playing the Lucio, and we've got Porky on the Dahaka. Right now we see WildHeart Omega ready for some Sylvanas cheese, moving across the mid side, making sure they're spread out and ready to react. Moving right down the bottom lane here. B-Kid waiting for a rotation as Lucio looking to get some dismounts on the top side. ManChickens not going to step right up to that gate. Looks like WildHeart Omega have seen that they can move on down to the bottom lane. Johanna stepping up there, helping that wave clear, gets the Iron Skin a-poppin'. The wave clear is complete. Checking on our top lane matchup, Sonya Dahaka, classic one here. Is Porky going to drag Gojira in for 3 tower shots? But Sonya should get that healed up without too much trouble. See what the camp timings, the camp priorities are going to be for our 2 squads. I imagine neither one is really interested in cheesing out the bottom camp very quickly, unless they pick up an unexpected kill here. This Fun's taking a little bit of damage on the edge. Will be mostly good to go. Porky just keeping that wave close here on the right-hand side, keeping that, keeping those few minions alive as best as possible. And what was I saying about that camp? It looks like ManChickens want to try to bully and get themselves a 4v4 right off the bat. Fun steps up there, trying to get onto the point. Porky is going to use that global to come on down, though, and tilt this. Roger caught on the edge. ManChickens, abusing that global, are going to find themselves a quick double kill here in the early game. Dahaka going to use that movement speed. Did go with tissue regeneration, so isn't a super speedy dinosaur. But does still have that bush movement speed to head to the top lane as I push the camera away and somehow Johanna dies in the bottom lane. Sorry to miss that one, folks. I forgot the frickin' bet again. I'm gonna do it anyway. Start the thing. I did the bet. You didn't remind me, chat. You didn't remind me. The bets are up. It's still early enough in the game. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Bets are up. Damn it, I'm so bad at this. This is why I need a mod. This is why I need a channel mod to do this for me. I'm literally the worst at starting these bets. But you've got a little bit. You've seen the early game if you want to let that tilt your choice. But there you go. WildHeart Omega getting a lot of damage done on this front wall as they choose to forego their early Shaman camp timing. Fun's being chased down here, is actually taken down. Very nice chase from ManChickens in the bottom lane. And now we have a possible invade. Porky's in the area. They see that no one's there yet. See if they want to invade that or if they just want to start the race. It looks like ManChickens is just going to try to get some damage in on this Immortal. Gosh dang it, I keep forgetting that freaking bet. Lunara getting a little bit of chip damage in, but ManChickens significantly ahead on this Immortal race. As we are in race positions, WildHeart Omega gonna step up here and try to get as much shielding off of these Immortals as possible. Looks like we're gonna have a little over 7,000 health on this shield in the early going for ManChickens. As the objective will be moving on down the bottom lane. WildHeart Omega going to grab their Shaman camp in response here. Just going to push against the Immortal. Interesting timing there. We'll have to see how that affects the next objective. Whether they'll be able to get it during the halftime or what's going to end up happening there. Immortal moves up. The shielding's going to be popped fairly quickly, but manages to get the big cast off. Bottom wall going to be pressured down here as Fun's trying to get these minions cleared away. Objective is down past half health. If Greymane and Sonya can get in auto attack range, they can burn this fairly quickly. They do manage to save a bunch of their fort. Porky going to get a quick drag there, but is stopped by Johanna. Quick burrow will allow Dahaka to move back to safety, and Gojira up in the top lane is actually going to get a few slams in on this wall before having to move on back to safety. Bottom camp is going to be contested once again here. We'll see if Dahaka digs in for the big flank. B-Kid in the back. You see Fun's gathering him up here, but Iron very, very low. Tries to put down the silence and walk away, but Stukov goes down. Roger managing to get behind there as B-Kid moves up for a stun. Gojira at high health trying to turn this around. Big scatter is going to be it for Lucio. Dansky low to the poison. Dips below down to 1 health and Hanzo will fall. Counter kill is good onto Reb as Porky chased in for that kill. High health to Haka digging in and getting some counter damage of their own. And ultimately, bottom camp is going to be picked up by ManChickens. No one in the top lane for now, which isn't a big deal for ManChickens because Sonya came down as well. So level soak should be at parity. Right now we see Sonya moving up to the top lane, but a big pressure, a big wave of heroes coming on through for ManChickens as they want to take that top camp as well. Porky trying to move away here. Not able to catch up with the damage. Tahaka moves back to safety. Wanting a drag, but not going to get it. Nice dig is going to avoid the engage of Johanna. Big flank, though. B-Kid coming in, wants to find funds here. There is the Iron Skin coming on out, going to deny the Stormbolt. Immortal spawning in 5 seconds as Hanzo finishes off the top camp here for ManChickens. And both teams want to get into race positions. Looks like there's not going to be a big defense here. B-Kid going to move up and harass a little bit with QTM. WildHeart Omega was here a little bit quicker. Dansky was finishing off that top camp. So now it is WildHeart Omega that are ahead on this Immortal race. See what the setup position is going to be. Porky clearing out the bottom lane, still safe for now. Because now ManChickens in a great position to be aggressive here on the bottom Immortal. Both teams find their 10s. There's the Blessed Shield coming on out from Funds. They want to find this kill. ManChicken is low. Nice pop there from Reb, but could be counter-killed. Lunara goes down 1-for-1 on these assassins. Gojira in the back going to get a little bit of health and try to spin on back to safety. Lucio is wiped up there by Roger on the outside. Now Porky wants to try to wrap around to get back to the rest of the team. 2-for-1, possibly more. WildHeart Omega not able to get B-Kid. There's a quick drag onto Funds. Johanna low on mana, though. Not able to do a lot. Dansky scouting on the way out. B-Kid wants to move forward and find a Stormbolt. Funds dips to the right. Roger going to jump in and force Porky to move on back as this scrum continues here. ManChicken on the way back. Here comes Reb as well. There's the silencing arrow going to stop the Stukov. ManChicken moves on in as Iron splits down to the bottom side. Big scatter from Dansky is going to be the end of Gojira. Iron somehow tipping and diving away from trouble. Roger, with nowhere to go, though, is going to fall. Double stun comes on out. Stukov goes down. Now Fun's trying to get on out of there as Porky has the chase. No mana at all. That is going to be Johanna down in what ultimately became a 4-for-0 for the side of ManChickens. And all the while, it was WildHeart Omega that actually won the objective on that top side. It's going to be an uncontested clear here for ManChickens. Meanwhile, WildHeart Omega is spawned in. They're going to try to get some damage here on the bottom side as Porky clears this minion wave. Tahaka not feeling the pressure here. QTM on the way as well. Eats a cursed bullet. Dragon Arrow not going to connect there as WildHeart Omega did not stick around for long enough. Portal is cleared away. Hanzo is here. B-Kid is here. As the scatter does scout WildHeart Omega on the retreat. Let's see. Looks like bottom camp going to be the focus for ManChickens once again. This time, WildHeart Omega just scouting it out with the Wisp, not going for too much. Funds is gathering up this minion wave inside of the fort range. If Roger can jump up on this one, they're going to get some significant damage, probably take it down. But in the bottom lane, ManChickens is going to try to respond. It's a little siege of their own. There it is. ManChicken going to turn on the black arrows as this minion wave connects. Porky on the outside wanting to engage. There is the silence coming out onto Stukov. Stun as well. There is the flank from Funds, but it's not going to be enough to save Iron. Reb is picked off there by ManChicken. There goes Gojira. It's another triple kill here for ManChickens. This B-Kid wants to find Funds on the flank. QTM on the chase. Nice hard stop. And Funds is just running around. I don't know if there's actually enough damage here to do much about it. As Funds is just going to run it down into the towers and fall. Meanwhile, though, the damage from ManChickens is getting a little bit of work done on the bottom keep wall. So right now, WildHeart Omega, they're gonna need some serious comeback potential. It is still even on buildings, though they are significantly behind in experience now, as the Immortals are spawning. Shaman Camp comes on out for WildHeart Omega as ManChickens continues the race here on the top side. There's going to be a Shaman Camp that has to be dealt with top as halftime is triggered. WildHeart Omega do find their level 13 talents, so they are a little bit more even, though they are about to be down 2 levels here as they move on in. Blessed Shield does not connect onto QTM. B-Kid on the outside going to get hit with that cursed bullet. B-Kid starting to move away. QTM with the pump it up is going to allow Porky to get back to safety. Dwarf Toss gets B-Kid out as well. ManChicken moves away, but the Shaman Camp is doing work in the top lane here for ManChickens. Dansky just poking on in with those Storm Bulls. B-Kid on the edge. He's got to watch out for the Immortal Stun. Didn't see it there. Leap comes out from Gojira. Silent Zone as well. And B-Kid is caught and taken down. Great response there from WildHeart Omega as they continue to try to defend this. ManChicken moves in with the double warp. Gets the Unstoppable to move away. Nice Dragon Arrow from Dansky. Can they turn this into a kill? Funds on the outside gets sniped down, so it's going to be ultimately tank for tank here. Greymane trying to get some race in with Lunara on the side, but ManChickens is going to finish off this Immortal and get themselves another push phase. All the while, this Shaman Camp just ate up the entire top fort here and getting this lane pushing in the right direction for ManChickens. Murden just now spawning, 5 seconds on Johanna. Johanna will join the fight faster due to being on the left side of the map, as this Immortal is now making its way through the top lane. Dahaka ready on the flank. Here comes the Wisp, is going to be eaten up by the Dark Swarm. Johanna is here, Murden about to arrive as the shielding on this Immortal remains very high. ManChicken turning off the tower for now to try to save some of this shielding. And does so. Leap into the back here is going to catch 2. Gojira trying to wipe him up. There's Lucio going down. ManChicken nowhere to go here is juking and jiving, but it's not going to be enough. Sylvanas does go down. Can they get the counter kill onto Reb? Natural agility. There's the Dragon Arrow. Oh, and Reb with the big dodge. B-Kid in the back there as the healing pustule finally finds its way to Lunara, and the bottom keep is saved. Almost the big snipe there from Dansky. Just that close. Overall, the lane pressure's still looking very good for ManChickens. Uh-oh. This could be trouble here. Porky and B-Kid trying to move away. Big silence comes on out. Porky has to pop the essence to try to stay alive here. Roger's starting to move up. Dahaka still should be okay. He's going to try to get out, but is interrupted. Nice timing there from Funds. That's going to be a quick stagger there from WildHeart Omega. Reb tanking with his Wisp just a little bit. Lucio moves out with getting the push off there. B-Kid in the back, finding the stun there onto Iron. Silence comes on out as well. There's the counter Blessed Shield, and oh no, WildHeart Omega have gotten a little bit too big for their britches here. This B-Kid with the long jump is going to be pushed away. ManChicken now being turned onto, and WildHeart Omega with the counter turn. Big, huge scatters, though, from Dansky. My goodness. B-Kid wants this kill onto Iron badly. Johanna going down on the top side. There's Stukov going down. QTM is low, trading Lunara for Lucio. Dansky might go down on the top side of this poison. One more tick, and that's Hanzo down. Murden goes down in the mid lane. It's a 4 for 3. That time for WildHeart Omega. As there's an Immortal phase coming on in, but I'm not sure who's going to be in the area to do much about it. Helter Skelter there all around the map. Bottom fort is going to be secured there by Gojira. Immortals spawning in. Greymane Sonya, pretty good racers. But we'll see how much they can do. Greymane, unfortunately, not going to feel comfortable moving across the map to try to get some race in. Instead, just going to go ahead and clear away this left side camp. ManChickens doing the same here on the right, as both teams trying to get back to full strength for our next Immortal phase. So, double camp in the bottom lane for WildHeart Omega. Top lane is being cleared away as well, so ManChickens going to be put on a timer here. See what they can do. Porky stepping up to try to start the clear. QTM and ManChicken in the area as well. WildHeart Omega do see them in lane now and are going to start to move across. Funds with the big flank. B-Kid sees the rotation across the mid, but the Wisp is going to scout out Muradin. Curse Bullet not going to connect there as the race continuing, but bottom lane is clear. Big Dragon Arrow going to connect, but is quickly cleansed. Silence Arrow as well, as Roger is going to be caught in the drag, and Greymane goes down, but look at the counter! Muradin and Dahaka caught in the Silence Zone in the leap. Counter double kill there. Unbelievable stuff from WildHeart Omega as they continue to impress. Just like that, though, Lunara gets taken down, gets caught in the Immortal Stun, and ManChickens evens it up here, and they aren't done. Iron being chased around. These scatters from Dansky are incredible. That's a third kill. Can they find this onto Funds? Wow. WildHeart Omega with the 2-1 and then 3 comeback kills from ManChickens. They're going to start the race here ultimately. Tixmaster with the Prime Gaming subscription. Thank you so much for the support. Glad you're enjoying the show. Enjoy your emotes. Get some Danky Kongs in there. A lot of good stuff for you for the next month. Wow, what a bloodbath. 23 kills to 14 here in Battlefield of Eternity. We're going to get another Immortal going the way of ManChickens. They are back to full strength. They're just moving back to base now. Hanzo getting ready to push up this bottom lane. WildHeart Omega gonna have their 20s. Gonna have their team in full by the time this Immortal reaches the wall. We'll see if they can come on through with the defense here. Here it comes. The teams will meet here at the bottom keep. Hanzo waiting on the outside. Sonya waiting on the top side as Porky. Wanting to engage there. Here comes the objective. 20s are in for both squads. The Wisp is watching that top side. Gojira not going to get caught by the drag tongue. That is elongated tongue there for Porky, so they got to watch out for that that little trickery. Sylvanas trying to turn off this keep as the Immortal is now down to melee form. Gojira still waiting for a flank here, but Porky sees it. ManChicken QTM keeping their space. Gojira very, very low. Jumps into the back. Is taken down, though. Muradin is traded out. So 1 for 1 there as the Immortal is going to die on the core. Dragon Arrow connects. Iron trying to ward them away with that Silence Zone. ManChickens is going to continue to move up. There is the Contagion onto 2. But ManChickens can't continue to chase here, and they're going to be forced to move away. 1 single percentage of damage taken off the core. WildHeart Omega. I doubt they can chase into this. Lucio should be enough to get them on out of there, but it looks like ManChickens not... Oh no, Porky is caught on the edge. Massive shove. There's Lucio trying to ward them away. Eats a cursed bullet as well. QTM with a huge save, but can Porky actually get to safety? No. WildHeart Omega. The chase too strong. Where the heck is Reb going? Oh my goodness. Galloping Gate. Activate to increase Dryad swiftness to 80% for 6 seconds. That was, I think, the first time I've seen someone use that talent and caught them on screen doing it. That looked hilarious. Oh my goodness. How you doing, Tin? Tin out there mildly disagreeing with what's being shown on the screen. That's okay. These things happen. Unstoppable from Funds. We're going to see a big engage. There is a Dragon Arrow to try to stop it, but 2 are taken down. WildHeart Omega with a very nice double kill there. Reb able to survive on less than 100 health. This is a big deal here. WildHeart Omega, they're going to steal the Shaman camp. They're going to go for an Immortal here, not going for the victory. I guess it would be a little bit dicey. They're going to try to just set up an impossible situation here for ManChickens if they can, but what a turnaround kill there in the top lane. Lanes are pushed in. Bottom lane pushed in as well. The Immortal taking some damage. This is a... Yeah, ManChickens are going to be caught behind their fort here with a full shield Immortal coming their way. Back into race positions. Hanzo might be able to step up here and get a little bit of damage, but that Immortal is moving down very, very quickly. Couple of auto attacks is all Dansky's going to get. And WildHeart Omega are going to see if they can win off of this push. They get the chain on the camp here. Shaman camp going to be pushing behind the objective. Porky going to have to try to clear this top lane as well. But this is, WildHeart Omega, they know if they get wiped on this aggression, that ManChickens can simply go and win. QTM going to spot the edge there. And this is big. ManChickens have to come on through with this defense. WildHeart Omega looking for something here. Porky moving out, wants a big drag. Not going to find one. At least not yet. Mortal shielding is down to half. Funds is going to go in there. Porky finds the long drag, but Roger is caught. Big stun comes on out, and Lucio is taken down. B-Kid pops the avatar, and Sonya, with the armor, is able to get away. Big stun from the Dragon Arrow, but it's not going to be enough. B-Kid is low, starting to move away. Porky being forced back as well, and now WildHeart Omega are moving up to the core. Immortal is still full health, only just now is the shielding going down. Funds trying to create some space here as Porky dragging Iron away from the core, but it's down to 50%. 28, and WildHeart Omega with a fantastic late game surge are going to pick up game number 1. GG. Very, very nicely played there. Controlled. ManChickens, they put on the big pressure. Those were some big fights there. Really nicely played. They had to keep down. Just needed one more fight, but WildHeart Omega would not relent. Getting the double pick top, getting the push going in their direction, and they get the core victory to go up 1-0 in this series. Very nicely played. GG. Take a look at the talents there. Let's close out the prediction. And we'll get ready for our next game. Looks like we are going to be going to Tomb of the Spider Queen for our next one. So go ahead and get into that there, lobby. Guessing this is a ManChickens choice? No, chosen by WildHeart Omega. Interesting. We did just see ManChickens in the previous series absolutely dismantle their opponents on Tomb of the Spider Queen. We'll see if WildHeart Omega suffers the same fate here, or if they can come on through with a 2-0 victory. We shall have to see. Send you over to the map selection screen, just to remind you of the state of the series. Sky Temple, Cursed Hollow, Alterac Pass, and Infernal Shrines have banned away. I'll let them know that I'm ready to go. Looks like they're rearing to start. We're going to Tomb as soon as the draft starts. And there it is. I'm going to remember the betting this time. I'm going to do it, I promise. Gonna do it. I'm gonna remember. Chen once again removed there by ManChickens, wanting nothing to do with the Gojira special. There goes Rhaegar, taken off the board once again. We saw the devastation that the Stitches Junkrat produced. Will WildHeart Omega allow it to happen? Will ManChickens scoop it up again? We will have to see. Next band getting ready here for ManChickens. Considering, pondering. Once again going to be that Hogger, still targeting onto that off lane with these bans. See if WildHeart Omega chooses to keep the Johanna up again, or if they want to remove that here. They're going to get rid of that Junkrat. Junkrat is a very key hero on Tomb. This time, B-Kid not going to let the Johanna slide on by. Picking that up, first pick for ManChickens. WildHeart Omega have the next two. Stukov is available. Dahak is available. Lunara available. It's going to be the Stukov, and it's actually going to be an early Leoric. Fun's picking that up. We do see Leoric as a counter main tank to Johanna with some frequency. So I won't be surprised if Fun's does stay on that Leoric. ManChickens bringing in the Anduin here. QTM locking that in. A classic combo there between the Johanna and the Anduin. And ManChicken is going to take away the Lunara. So for the first time tonight, Reb not going to be able to play Lunara. Tahaka, the next band here from WildHeart Omega, looking to control the... Well, interesting that the... So ManChickens could remove something here, but it seems like WildHeart Omega is trying to just really choke out those options. Tracer, the next band here from ManChickens. Blaze is still up, Urel is still up, Sonya's still up. So there's definitely options here for both teams when it comes to the offlane, but we'll see what WildHeart Omega thinks. They want to hold for that last pick. The Dahaka ban would seem to indicate they want it now, and they do. Gojira grabbing up that Blaze. We'll see what the first bit of damage is going to be. Roger rocking the Gul'dan here for WildHeart Omega. Just really bringing in that wave clear between Leoric and Gul'dan. ManChickens, last two picks here, Dansky and Porky. Notably, Tychus still available, sometimes a favorite here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. Sylvanas has been omnipresent in this series. I'm interested to see the offlane. It is going to be that Urel for Porky and Dansky locking the Chromie. Fantastic heroes this game. Gul'dan and Chromie hit the board for our game number 2. Two of my favorite mages. Gotta love them. We'll see what Reb wants for this last damage. Greymane is available. If they want a little bit of that siege, a little bit of that single target burst. What's it going to be here, Reb? You can't pick Lunara. It's going to be another bruiser. Reb locking the Sonya. So solo backline Gul'dan here and the triple bruiser. I guess Blaze is technically a tank. Technically a tank. So Gojira is on the Leoric. Funz is going to the Blaze. Reb gonna stay with the Sonya here. Interesting. Okay. Alright. I can dig it. We're gonna do the prediction. It's gonna happen this time. Boom! Predictions up. I didn't forget. Bet your bananas. Bet them now. You've seen the drafts, or you're about to see the end of the drafts. If I clicked it too early. I hate doing this with a delay, too. But we're loading into Tomb of the Spider Queen for game number 2. WildHeart Omega trying to close it out. ManChickens trying to claw their way back and seeing if they can win the next two and take this grand finals. Let's get to the game. Here we go. Game number 2. On the left in the blue, we have WildHeart Omega. Reb on the Sonya, Iron is playing Stukov, Funz on the Blaze, Roger playing Gul'dan, and it is Gojira chilling on the Leoric. On the right in the red, we have ManChickens, Dansky on the Chromie, ManChicken on Lunara, QTM playing Anduin, B-Kid on the Johanna, and Porky is playing Urel.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. Game number 2 is underway. Will the triple front line pull ahead, or will the Chromie composition plus Johanna be victorious? We can only guess. And we can bet. Get those bananas onto the team that you want to see win. The team you think that's going to win, or just the team, or just the bet ratio that seems great. Fun's looking forward onto QTM. Anduin able to move back as Porky with the knock onto Fun's into tower range there. Great body block coming on through. Fun's super low is ultimately going to be taken down here. Roger caught as well, and it's a quick double kill here for ManChickens as they start up these rotations. Very, very nicely done. Porky able to get over the wall there as Gojira pushing through the bottom lane. ManChickens are definitely leading in these rotations now as Blaze and Gul'dan are making their way back onto the battlefield. Back camp is open. Reb going to get on that right away here for WildHeart Omega. Same thing is happening for ManChickens. Dansky and QTM are going to be working on that one. I get the feeling that WildHeart Omega going to wrap this up a little bit quicker with the heroes that they have. Very nicely done. Fun's looking for a connection in the top lane there, but ManChicken able to slip away. And now the Bruisers in the mid are pushing for WildHeart Omega. They've got some decent push power. See what they can do with this. Bruiser camp for ManChickens is picked up as well. I think it will get out there in time. As Funz was looking for the hit onto Dansky, didn't quite get it. B-Kid low, but looking to move forward. Porky jumping on in, getting the quick hit onto Roger. Trying to get the body blocks as well. Very, very low is Gul'dan. And that's going to be Gul'dan going down. Porky with great flanks there. Now Iron is low. Yrel has been instrumental here for ManChickens and picking up these kills. And now looking for Blaze here. Fun's trapped in the corner. Gets the jet propulsion. Is still alive. Can anyone get the hit? There's the shield glare. And Blaze goes down. ManChickens now counting up 4 kills as they try to find B-Kid and Porky. Gojira low. Gets the connection. It's going to be a trade out 1-for-1. Now 5-1 in these kills at the 2.5 minute mark. Looks like we've got ourselves another bloodbath on our hands here for game number 2. Dansky in a spot of trouble here. Not a lot of CC to be found, but Gul'dan waiting on that corruption, getting Chromie down to sub 10% there. Nice job by Roger. Let's see what Chromie's doing. Chromie's doing W build, so going with that Mobius loop there at level 5 to get the slow in the center. A little bit of extra utility there for Chromie, always helpful. Gul'dan stacking that E. Gotta love the E quest. W quest is trash. It's not trash. It's not. It's just not my favorite. I love my E's. I gotta have my E quest. I'm glad it's being taken here by Roger. Porky moving in there looking for something. Fun's not able to connect there. Nice knockback from Yrel. Can Fun's get out of here? The slow is just so strong. And Blaze is taken down for our 6th kill of the game for ManChickens. Notably, the gem situation on the side of WildHeart Omega is significantly behind. As ManChickens finds their first turn in here. They've got the level 7 advantage. See what their focus is going to be. Reb in the top lane, going to be slowed as QTM looking to get the chastise. Finds the root. And the Chromie connection is enough. Another kill for ManChickens. Goodness gracious me. Red Web Weavers on the way here. This looks like ManChicken's going to focus on the mid for the meantime. Getting a little chip damage there. Lunara in the top lane being countered by Blaze. Yrel and Leoric dueling it out in the bottom lane. As ManChicken's taking the entire mid wall before moving up top. Fun's able to get the jet propulsion on out of there as Chromie has the slowing sands online. Reb taking some hits there, but ultimately going to be okay. Watching this rotation here, looks like everyone going to be alright. Roger with no gate there does have to be a little bit careful as top lane is being pressured once again. Chromie getting some quick hits onto the fort, slowing sands to create some space. There's Johanna going right in there. They find the route onto Reb. But ultimately, WildHeart Omega still safe under their fort. WildHeart Omega only need 10 more for their next turn in. See where those gems are. Roger has most of them. As now back camp is going to be the focus for WildHeart Omega. Uh-oh, Root comes out onto Funz. Dansky looking up there. Nice job in finding the body block in the slowing sands. Blocks the jet propulsion. That's going to be another kill here for ManChickens. As they are a couple of waves away from yet another turn in here. Double jump from Porky, looking for the hit. Oh, Gojira is stopped. Oh, Porky going right in there is going to pop the ult. There's the falling sword from B-Kid. Uh-oh, Johanna may have been baited in there as Porky just boings right over the wall again. Looks like the Iron Skin is going to be enough to get B-Kid back to safety. Pretty bold, but that's knowing your limits as a hero. Nice job there by Porky in going for it, but WildHeart Omega able to find the save. Sonya soloing the bottom camp right now for WildHeart Omega as Funz finds B-Kid on the top vent. Entomb comes on out, is going to catch two. There's the counter. Light Bomb actually going to stun onto the back line. Bunker from the Blaze comes on out as Roger getting in there with that 21. This could be trouble here for WildHeart Omega. It's going to be the first kill onto Lunara. Counter kill is good onto Gul'dan. B-Kid is forced to move up into the air over the wall as Porky moves on down the lower side. Funz catches QTM. Oh, Iron gets taken down there as Porky turns it around and finds the double kill. Doesn't have much mana, doesn't have much in the way of saves here. Gets away from the crossfire, is trying to move on out. Looks like the Hand of Freedom was actually enough. Dansky QTM trying to get behind the wall, and Porky survives. Unfortunate there for WildHeart Omega. They do manage to find their turn in, but they really would have liked to leave those gems on the ground. B-Kid could be in a spot of trouble here. Is actually going to drop 10 down in the bottom lane. ManChicken not going to be able to move forward and pick those up. So, WildHeart Omega with a pick right before their push here. We'll see what they can do with it. Roger putting some damage on the mid, but it looks like they are going to move up to the top lane. Dansky actually moving around along the top side here is going to be slowed by Blaze. Reb with the leap is going to be denied by the timeout, but Chromie with nowhere to go right now. QTM has a pull. Unbelievable. No, the E is going to connect there. Dansky is so low. There's a heal. Anduin finds the save. The timeout of 7 seconds. Is it still 7 seconds? It's 5 seconds now. Can you believe that ability used to be 7 whole seconds? 5 seconds, still enough for Dansky to survive, despite no one else on the team even being in the lane at the time the ability was used. So the Web Weavers are cleared. Level 13 advantage is here for ManChickens as Dansky moves up, finds the slow onto Funz, but the jet propulsion is enough. Porky on the edge, still sitting on 37 gems. Still willing to just jump into fort range if necessary. Would really like to drop those off. Funz with the first interrupt here. Durell going to try one more time as Gojira goes in for the next interrupt. Now we see ManChicken's going to move on forward. Light Bomb connects onto 2 in the back. Iron is targeted. There is the Blossom Swell, and Iron is going to fall. There's the big ult from Gul'dan. B-Kid is forced into range, just has to pop the Falling Sword to escape. Now Porky may finally have the opportunity to drop that 39 in and get another set of Web Weavers for ManChickens. Porky is trying to delay to allow Dansky to tag this camp and does do so. Nice calls there from ManChickens. How you doing, Fancy Pants? Glad you're enjoying the show. Red Web Weavers are on the way. Still with all their structures right now is WildHeart Omega, so they're not completely on the back foot right now, despite the kill count. Only 1 level behind, and all of their structures intact, though I'd imagine that's not going to be the case here in just a moment, as now the Web Weavers are here onto exposed forts. Leap comes out from Reb. They find the connection, and Anduin is taken down here. Porky in the back trying to find something else with the Blaze Bunker, keeping everyone from WildHeart Omega nice and healthy. Great pick as this moves on in. ManChickens wants to find one here. Gojira on the edge is going to be stunned there by Urel. Leoric is very, very low. Dansky wants this turnaround kill and does get it. B-Kid gathering them all up here. ManChicken's not done as Iron is getting hit hard. Stukov low in the back. One more tick of poison, and that's Stukov going down. Funz being chased out on the top side. Turns it around onto Lunara. Nice knockback from Urel. As the fight continues here, now Blaze on the chase. Johanna taken down in the mid there. Nice counter kill, but that is going to be actually Lunara going down as well. Funz is still alive. But the auto attack from Anduin is enough. Can Porky now get out of trouble? Gets the leap to safety. Gojira going in there. Can't overpower the healing well power. By the way, there's an objective taking down top keep. This might just go down here. Iron is going to step up. Roger's going to try to get this clear. I think it's enough. Wow. Once again, a total bloodbath. 20 kills so far in this game. 14-6 for ManChickens. And now we see Dansky setting up for a boss play. ManChickens has the level 16 advantage. Their front line is making their way over. WildHeart Omega have to feel this coming, as the boss is about down to half. Reb and Gojira decide to finish up that camp. We'll see if they can get in range, as Funds is going to check, sees that the boss is being taken. B-Kid trying to gather him up. They decide to just turn it onto Johanna as the Entomb comes out. Silence not there in time, as the Falling Sword is going to allow Johanna to reposition. Boss is taken by ManChickens. Nice pushback. Stukov is down here. Ult popped by Urel, trying to stay healthy. Now Blaze is without a paddle right now. Porky with the light bomb stun just in time. Nice chastise. And that is going to be Blaze going down. We got a boss push in the top lane here. Gojira is caught. Leoric falls as a third kill. ManChickens might be trying to end this game right now. Roger low. Roger is going to get killed as well. Oh no. Reb tries to turn it around onto ManChicken. He's going to have to retreat to the mid. Porky goes on in there. He's going to get the stun into the wall. There goes Sonya. The ace is completed, and ManChickens are going to move into the core. Once again, super strong here on Tomb of the Spider Queen. ManChickens is going to even up this series 1-1 and take us to a final game 3 for tonight's grand finals. GG. Nicely done, nicely played. 19-6 on the kills there for ManChickens. Very well done there in that game. They get the Johanna. They do some serious work there. Chromie coming out ahead in the duel of the mages. What can I say? Very well played for ManChickens. 1-1 in the series. We're going to be going to a final game number 3. Let's get the prediction paid out as we take a look at the talents and update the scoreboard here. And we'll see what we're doing for Game 3. See what we're doing for Game 3. Alrighty. Don't have a lobby up just yet, but I imagine we'll have that in just a moment. These teams have been pretty quick so far. And there it is. We're going to be going to Towers of Doom, the best final map in the game. Looks like this one was chosen by ManChickens. So WildHeart Omega will have first pick for the first time tonight, I believe. As we go into game number 3. Exciting stuff. Lobby's filling up. I better get some water in, goodness me. Delicious water. Once again, another bloodbath there in game number 2. We'll see if that continues for game 3 here, as we have our 10th player about to enter the lobby. Let's fix that posture while we have a second. Oh, if you have been checking all the games tonight, you might have a little bit of a posture issue yourself. Oh. Sit up straight, get a stretch in, and get ready for game number 3, because these teams are certainly getting ready. If you are somehow just joining us, here's the map select screen. We're going to Towers of Doom for game number 3. Let's party, let's get with it. We're going into the draft. This one is to decide it. Who comes out on top? WildHeart Omega versus ManChickens. One game to decide it all. And believe me, it does all ride on this moment. It does. Your entire 2022 will be defined by your performance in this game. Nothing else matters. Fun fact for you. Junkrat, Johanna, going to be removed here. as first bans. Lunara actually taken out by WildHeart Omega, not wanting to see that hero fall under the purview of ManChicken. And there goes the Rhaegar. See what WildHeart Omega thinks for a first pick here on Towers of Doom. Globals can be useful. Stukov even usefuler. Is Iron picking that one up? See what the response is going to be. This is looking a lot more standard. Oh, B-Kid. Early stitches. Early stitches here for ManChickens. Will not be able to pair it with the Junkrat, but will be able to pair it with a Medivh. Stitches Medivh on Towers of Doom. Not even holding it. Just locking it up early. Just saying, this is what we're doing. What are you going to do about it, WildHeart Omega? Well, let's see what they're going to do about it. They're going to bring the Falstad. They're going to bring the Hogger here. Reb, bring in the Birdie Man. Gojira, bring in the Hoggy Man. Chen not banned, but also not picked by Gojira. I think that's fine. Towers of Doom, a little bit of a tough Chen map, unless you're playing a very particular style. Anub'arak is the next ban here for ManChickens. Understandable. Anub'arak is pretty good at just point-and-click disgorging allies. WildHeart Omega going to remove the Deckard. Deckard are very good at stopping people from chasing after Stitches. Understandable ban there. Vala, notably, still up and available here if ManChickens want to bring that extra damage on through. It's going to be Brightwing to Haka here, so just snapping up those globals are ManChickens. Leaving that damage to the last pick here. Let's see, QTM Brightwing, ManChicken on the Dahaka, interestingly enough. WildHeart Omega, Fun's going to bring the Muradin. Roger on the Sylvanas. Looking like a solid standard comp there on the side of WildHeart Omega. Porky in the last pick spot. We'll see if it's going to be any switcheroos or if Porky is indeed going to be on the damage here for ManChickens. It's going to be Jaina here. Jaina last pick for Porky. Just wanting that burst from all the lockdown available from the side of ManChickens. Pretty interesting draft. Pretty interesting draft here for game number 3. Exciting stuff on Towers of Doom. Just waiting to see if there's any switcheroos. Looks like we're good. Looks like we're good. We've got quite the matchup here, folks. We're going to hit that prediction button. Predictions up. Button is pressed. Get your points in. Who's going to win? WildHeart Omega versus ManChickens. Here on Towers of Doom. Is it the Medivh kidnap comp? Or is it the very good heroes of WildHeart Omega? It's a good team. It's a solid team. It's not that flashy, but it's a solid team. Let's get into it. Game number 3. Here we go. Game number 3 on Towers of Doom. On the left in the blue, we have WildHeart Omega. Roger on the Sylvanas. Reb is playing Falstad. Gojira on the Hogger. Fun's playing Muradin. And Iron is on the Stukov. On the right in the red, we have ManChickens. Dansky on that Medivh. B-Kid on the Stitches. ManChicken playing Dahaka. QTM on Brightwing. And Porky is playing the Jaina.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go. It's game number 3 on Towers of Doom for all the marbles. Every last marble is up for grabs here. As the crew of ManChickens kicked it to the bush first. ManChicken looking for the drag there, but not quite finding it, as the waves are going to crash here in the mid. Gojira gets pulled in there. Big polymorph onto Gojira. But Hogger gets away with half health. Hammerang stacks sitting at 5 here for the Falstad. Muradin not stacking up on that perfect storm so far. Jaina going to be looking for globes here. Dahaka going to be looking for speed on the Essence Collection. As Fun's in the back there, finds the quick stun as the silence comes out onto Jaina. Portal comes on out to try to ferry the folks forward. Fun's low, has the Dwarf Toss to start to move back. Pretty aggressive openers once again. Once again in this series, it's been aggressive starts and This game is no exception. There we see Gojira just waiting around in the mid, making sure there's no shenanigans coming on out from ManChickens. Funds moves across here, sees only QTM and Porky are here. Dansky in the area. He's going to use the portal to try to move on over. Funds not going to commit here. Decides to simply move away. So both teams just pick up their camps ultimately. But they threatened. It was a very threatening stance from both sides. Sapper's going to collapse here as Hogger and Falstad dueling into the mid. Or Hogger up top is trying to take a camp here. It was Dahaka and Falstad in the mid. We'll see if Dahaka spots this as the fight continues down here in the bottom lane. Sapper's cleared by ManChickens, as well as the rest of this wave. We'll see if WildHeart Omega can actually access these Sappers. It looks like they don't quite have the clear to get to them. One connects, two connect. The other's turned off by the black arrows, but will ultimately take down the top tower. Fun's in the corner, finding the stun and the jump away. Because right now, the top Sappers are actually going to connect all three of them here for WildHeart Omega. As ManChicken trying to deal with this split, this sort of 2v1 here. Oh no, Medivh! He is taken down here, the silence, before the portal could come on out there, and that's going to be a baseline quest reset forced by WildHeart Omega. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Roger going to turn on the black arrows here as Fun's looking for Porky on the edge. Silence doing some good damage, but Fun's forced to move away. Roger actually pulled back in there, and Sylvanas taken down to half. As we now have the first altar phase activating. Reb on the left should be okay. Gojira dealing with the 2v1 on the right is going to get a little bit of a bounce around here, but ManChicken is low. On the bottom lane, got that one. Oh, it was a trade there. ManChicken's actually channeling the bottom side, and now we're going to get the top right. Not what I was expecting there. I didn't see what the bottom lane situation was, but ManChickens were able to zone that one out. And they get the 2-for-1 trade on our first objective. Pretty even an experience so far if we bring up that screen. The minions slightly in favor, and the hero kills slightly in favor for WildHeart Omega so far. But both teams do have their level 7s. As Polymorph comes out onto Fun. Silence. B-Kid thinking about a hook. Not going to quite find it there. As Roger moves on up, getting a little bit of free damage onto Jaina before B-Kid comes on back down. Falstad has been really sticking around the mid here so far to try to help out Hogger versus this Dahaka. Medivh is coming on down just to make sure everyone's good. Has a portal, has a bubble. Ready to go. Fun's going to be hooked back in. There's the portal engage into the back line. Looking for Fun's here on the escape. Murden very, very low. B-Kid wants a slam and is going to get it. First kill of the game. Her first kill for ManChickens is going to come on through, making it 1-1 on these kills. Sapper camps are up. Porky cleaning that up with the help of QTM. Now ManChickens thinking about moving across here for this camp. Right now, Murden is only just coming out of the base. So ManChicken's actually going to wrap up both of these camps right before the solo bottom lane objective. See how many are going to connect onto this bottom tower. WildHeart Omega stepping up for the clear here. Medivh is in the area. Neither team has their level 10 just yet. Looks like two Sappers going to connect to finish off the tower. Fun's able to get over, and now the next Sapper's going to be shut down by the black arrows. But now WildHeart Omega forced to clear these. Can Hogger get the interrupt on the outside? Dansky not going to get it here, and then we're going to have ourselves a fight. Big stun onto the Stitches, but the Protect Bubble and the Phase Shift are enough for the heal. DQ combo, and Stitches with nowhere to go is going to go down before being able to get through the portal. WildHeart Omega picking up a quick kill there. Fun's going in deep, wanting to get the damage out onto Porky. Another Medivh bubble, saving a bunch of that damage. WildHeart Omega going to even up the core health 32-32, and they do pick up their heroics. Looks like we got the Mighty Gust, Flailing Swipe, Shockwave. Oh no. Right Wing going to be taken down there. Brightwing gets popped. Dansky moving on up with the ley line seal. Funds with the haymaker backwards. Porky low. Not expecting the haymaker damage from their ally being pushed on through. Actually got below 100 health there. Wow. That is haymaker for Murden. Really wanting to go for the repositioning against this Medivh comp. There is the portal on through. Murden is going to be polymorphed and taken down there. Nice polymorph follow-up there from QTM. That's the first combo kill with the Stitches Medivh combo for ManChickens. We'll see how many more they get this game. Down in the bottom lane, B-Kid looking for one more hook, not going to get it. Still 30 seconds on the Gorge. Falstad continuing to harass ManChicken on these rotations. Making things difficult for the offlaner here. Drag not going to connect, as we have a double top lane alter phase coming on in next. Porky going to try to finish up this camp to get some split push during. Will do so without too much trouble. WildHeart Omega thinking about their camp, but have to get in range for this next objective phase. B-Kid, ooh, almost finding Reb there with the hook. Hogger on the left side is ready to start this channel. Looks like both teams are not going to put a ton of resources in here. ManChicken channeling the right, Hogger channeling the left. And there's going to be no back and forth on this one. Dansky thinking about it. There's a hook onto Funds. Portal comes on out, and Murden is taken way behind the wall. Was able to jump before the polymorph landed. Big gust from Reb is going to save Murden. Now the shockwave in the corner and the triple stun, but the damage wasn't in range. Mind control actually going to land there onto Dansky. Medivh still nice and healthy. Now Murden dragged back in is ultimately going to go down. The leyline seal splitting WildHeart Omega, but no one is caught here. Big silence onto Stukov, and that's going to be a second kill for ManChickens. That was a long one. That was a long distance. Portal steal. And they're 2 for 2 on that try. They didn't quite get it on the first time around, but Murden did ultimately go down. I'm going to give him credit for that one. Dansky now back up to 25 stacks on that baseline Medivh quest. We'll see if that can be finished out, or if WildHeart Omega has the kill potential to shut it down once again. Usually by this point in the game, if Medivh gets reset, that quest isn't getting done. Even at this point, I mean, 25 out of 40, you probably see it get done if Medivh doesn't go down for the rest of the game. But if it gets interrupted one more time, that's probably it for the quest. This time, Sylvanas is going to be taken away under tower range. The polymorph is going to be enough this time, and Sylvanas goes down. And anytime Gorge is off cooldown, we're going to see them look for that. B-Kid with another steal there. And WildHeart Omega is going to have to find an answer. So far, their response is to continually harass this top lane. They've got the top tower dealing some damage here as ManChicken trying to deal with this. Shockwave comes on out. Can they get enough damage onto this Dahaka? The swipe back is good, and Dahaka is down. Bottom tower is actually going to go over to ManChickens in the meantime, though. QTM has the channel down here. Top does go down. So it's going to be even 4 shots there. And now the map in a very interesting state. Top left controlled by WildHeart Omega, bottom right controlled by ManChickens. B-Kid looking for another hook engage if possible. Gojira sees that it's coming. Knows it's going to happen. Porky going to step up there. B-Kid wanting to get some more vision. Hook comes on out, not going to land onto Funds. Solo bottom lane is ready. There's a quick stun onto Porky, able to get away there, still stunned by Gojira. Now it's Murden not being taken away there as the mind control landed. This could be trouble here for ManChickens. Their combo is broken. Now Medivh pushed into the back line. Dansky's taken down. B-Kid going to be taken down in the bottom lane as well, but they turn onto Iron. Reb is going to have to hit that gust. 2 for 1 so far here for WildHeart Omega, and that is a reset onto Medivh's stacks once again. Funds in the back line, looking for an engage. ManChicken turning it around with a drag. Funds low, but is able to get the dwarf toss on out. Gojira with the stun into the wall, but Dahaka turns off the damage. It's going to start to move away with that extra movement speed. Ultimately, WildHeart Omega gonna even up the core health once again with another 4 shots. Just like ManChickens. Gonna try to take the opportunity for their camp. WildHeart Omega doing the same. Roger turning off the tower here. It's definitely gonna help take this down. We're gonna see Reb move on back to grab a little bit of mana. Dahaka gonna have a significantly harder time taking this top tower back versus a Sylvanas Falstad that we saw down there in the bottom lane. So we'll see how long that takes ManChicken to deal with. B-Kid wanting another one here as the wave is quickly cleared away. Fun's looking for Porky, but couldn't quite get it. B-Kid wants one, is going to find Iron there. There's the Gorge. There is... Oh no, is stunned there. Fun's is going to Haymaker. And there's the save. Iron survives. Now Dahaka is going to dig on in. Reb is going to push QTM away. Falstad with the barrel roll trying to escape. This time it's Stukov pulled back in though. The polymorph is good and Stukov is down. Isolation comes out onto the Muradin. Nice timing there. Falstad goes down. Muradin goes down. Now Sylvanas is caught in the Leyline Seal. It's going to be a full surround. 4 for nothing there for ManChickens. And they're going to look to take this bottom tower back. That's another situation where the clean combo hasn't been pulled off, but it's enough of an engage that ManChickens just gets to continue the fight. And now, they get a quad kill before a triple altar phase. Jane is going to head up to the top lane to try to stop these sappers. They were all stopped, but they want to get 5 shots each off of these if they can. Right now, WildHeart Omega is starting to spawn in, but I don't think they get here in time to deal with this. Gojira is able to channel the top left, but it's going to be 10 shots secured by QTM and B-Kid. In a 10 for 3 shot exchange. And now, we'll see if WildHeart Omega can take this down before the defense of ManChickens has arrived. Dansky is threatening and engage onto the backline, and there it is. Portal comes on up, but Porky and QTM not here just yet. Oh no, Funz is actually caught there. There is Reb with the Mighty Gust, though. Making sure the save is there on time. Bottom tower down past half health. And immediately, WildHeart Omega is not going to play this game of let's wait to get Stitches hooked. They're just going to move onto the map and try to split the attention of ManChickens here. Bottom Sapper Camp is taken, so they're going to have to try to defend that if they can. WildHeart Omega moving up towards the top lane. Thinking about baiting a boss. ManChicken in the area. Boss is going to be started. Funds is going to move on out there. Boss is taken. Sappers are going to be moving across the line here, though. This is going to be 3 shots for ManChickens, and there's 3 more on the way. WildHeart Omega going to move up to the top lane here. There's still sappers that are marching on through. Top lane is taking some damage. Black arrows come on out. As the sappers are starting to move past the halfway point. B-Kid and Dansky are going to make sure those go on through. WildHeart Omega is really, really committing to a late game strategy here. 3 more shots across the core on the bottom side, bringing the core health back down to 8. It is only a single altar phase, so WildHeart Omega cannot lose here. But they're just going to try to get control of the top side of the map and try to win this game on very low core health. They're only going to have 4 shots remaining after this channel goes through. Arden going to step up in the mid. They're just going to try to take every other lane. Sappers are moving across the top side as well. ManChicken going to have to deal with this, and the rest of the team... They're undecided. Do we defend the top side? Do we have to defend this push? Midfort is taking some damage there from this minion wave. They're trying to kind of do both. Medivh in the area is ready for portals. B-Kid is watching for rotations. Midfort is surviving for now. Dahaka has to deal with this top side. And WildHeart Omega, they're doing a good job of creating a distraction here, but I don't know if they have time to get this done. Gojira going to be caught there. There's the portal. Stun comes on out. Funds with the extra. There's the Haymaker. And now into the kill zone is B-Kid. The Mighty Gust enough. QTM is low as well. Oh no! Brightwing goes down for the trouble. B-Kid trying to move away on the outside, but the Stukov and Hogger are blown up. Dahaka traded for the trouble. 2 for 2 so far as Fun's able to get away there. We have a single bottom lane alter phase. This is big, big trouble. WildHeart Omega has to get a structure back, or they have to... Oh, goodness, what do? They have to move around and try to fight. They have to try to take the 3v3. I was wondering if they would just go for the mid tower to try to save themselves on 1 core health. But they have to try to take the 3v3 here. Still 25 seconds before anyone is back. Brightwing is going to be able to join the fight in 20 seconds here. ManChickens know they don't have to fight this. Reb is going to start the channel. Hook comes out, is going to grab Falstad. Murden is actually the one gorged, though. Murden gets taken into the base. Mighty Gust comes on out, and Funds gets back over the wall. Mind Control connects onto 1, but Dansky going to get healed back up. Stukov and Hogger are on the way. This is game. If ManChickens finds this channel, Polymorph onto Funds on the edge. The hook does not connect. Mind Control onto Stitches as Porky goes for the channel, but now the portal is out. Gojira is here, and we are full-on 5v5 mode over this channel. Extra stun comes on out, but B-Kid manages to get through the portal just barely. ManChickens looking to back off a little bit here. Portal is in position. Dansky, they're not going to get the interrupt. WildHeart Omega holds on. 12 to 4 on core health. Both teams past level 20 here. B-Kid 5 seconds on Gorge, but there's an engage there from WildHeart Omega. The mind control does not land. Gojira looking for extra damage. B-Kid wants a Gorge. B-Kid wants to move up here, but the silence is in. Now B-Kid pushed into the corner. There is the warp in from QTM. Can they survive in this corner? Murden is actually going to be the first to go down. Stitch is still alive, gets through the portal, but Gojira stuns them all on the edge. QTM, unbelievable, gets them on out. There's Hogger going down. ManChickens finds the drag onto Stukov. It's a triple kill. I can't believe anyone from ManChickens didn't go down there. What a fight. You're going to have to go to the tape to break that one down. The number of low health bars, the Medivh shields, the saves from Brightwing, the repositions to get away from the damage. Unbelievable plays from ManChickens. They're going to try to get a few sappers in. Game's not over just yet, but it's going to be close. WildHeart Omega has made sure they can't lose off of 1 channel just yet. But if any of these sappers get through, 1 channel will do it. Murden is rezzing now. Still 9 seconds on Hogger, 12 seconds on Stukov. There's 6 sappers walking across the bottom lane. Sappers are stopped for the meantime. There's the hook onto Reb. There's the mind control and the stun coming on out. Can B-Kid get through the portal? Protect Bubble comes on out. It's so close here. The drag lands onto Funds. Murden is able to jump away, but Brightwing is channeling the bottom side here. It's going to be 3 shots coming on through, putting the core health down to 1. Sappers still have to be cleared here. Gojira on the top side is stuck away from the rest of the team. A channel will do it. A sapper will do it. The sappers are gone. Sylvanas is going to go down here. ManChickens 5 versus 3 are looking to get this win right now. Iron caught on the outside. That's going to be Stukov going down. And ManChickens gets the kill onto Hogger. They're going to get the channel here. Reb can't get in range. ManChickens get the final channel and are going to be your grand final winners today. What a performance. GG. Unbelievable sequence of events on the last set of shots. WildHeart Omega going out swinging there, taking every chance they could get. They knew they had no chance to just sit around and try to poke back the bottom tower. They try to take the rest of the map. They take their best opportunities on the flanks. But ManChickens, with just enough healing and just enough shielding, managed to come through with the victory. Very, very well played. Looks Looks like we might get ourselves an interview. Let's see here. Sure. See if we can find a Discord to meet up in. See if we can get a quick talk with Porky. All right, we'll update that. Close out the prediction. See if we can get ourselves a quick interview. There we go. Porky, hello.
Hello, hello.
What a victory there. Coming on back, 2 wins in a row versus WildHeart Omega to take it. How you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty good.
How was,
yeah,
wow.
all things considered.
What a series there. I mean, let's start off with game number 2 there, Tomb of the Spider Queen. Were you surprised that WildHeart Omega chose to take you there after the 30k Violet game?
Kind of. I mean, I think they were watching our series because they picked BOE. I have no idea why I didn't ban BOE. My team was ultra flaming me for that. So, but yeah, Team is probably one of our better maps. So we had our comeback moment on there, and then we got the reverse sweep for the win.
Man, so Towers of Doom, you lock in the Stitches Medivh early. Is that a confidence thing? Is that a just make sure we don't get mid-banned on it thing?
Well, I think our team does drafting a little differently. Beacon and Dane just pick whatever the fuck they want sometimes, and I just have to deal with it and make the best out of it. So,
okay. I mean, it was a bold move, and it was executed very, very well there. It seemed like WildHeart Omega was starting to find the answers there. We had the Haymaker come on through. The Gust plays were good. But it seemed like you were, even when you weren't able to get people through that portal, you were able to just turn those engages into wins anyway. Do you feel like once those big cooldowns were down, it was easier to just pick a standard fight?
you mean like Wind Tunnel down, Haymaker down, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so like you get the Gorge, they stop you from going through the portal there, but now everyone's sort of there without heroics.
Well, yeah, they used all their defensives, so it's a lot easier for me as Jaina to do something there. Like, Jaina really struggles against like that kind of thing where I could get wind tunneled, I could get Muradin stunned, but when all that is used on the Stitches, it leaves me a lot of wiggle room to do whatever the hell I want.
Tell me about the Jaina position in that comp. Is it just you need as much burst and wave clear as possible, or is there
more or less? I think Jaina Medivh is like a combo that was ran sometimes in HGC as well. Like you saw on like Tomb or like on Towers, right? It's insane wave clear, insane team fight damage, really good burst. So it's something that's really good with Stitches Medivh as long as you have another CC on your support.
It looked really good out there. Take me through that final fight there where it seemed like everyone had 1 health left on the side of ManChickens in that corner there. Did anyone call that they were already dead and then didn't go down? What are comms like in a moment like that?
My team calls they're dead when they're full health 1v1 in the era. So there was like 5 people saying, I'm dead, I'm dead, I'm dead on CD. It was a bit funky in the bottom lane. We're like, I called Bert, like 2 people called, oh, kill funds in the bottom bush, and then Beacon and Dane are running at their back line. It was just chaos.
It was a very entertaining fight. Great job coming out ahead there. You just basically had had it all locked up for the final moments. What a comeback. What a series today. Well done by ManChickens. And well played by you, Porky. Nice work.
Thank you.
Any final shout outs you'd like to make before we close out here?
Yeah, shout outs to B-Kid for actually being able to play this week, even though he had other commitments, kind of. So that was pretty pog.
Excellent.
Shout outs to our newest team member, Quantum, for coming in and smurfing. I'll shout out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/T2Porky. I streamed the POV of my match, and the match yesterday. So if you want to hear like what we do in comms, chaos, and all that stuff, check that out. But
Excellent.
yeah,
Good stuff.
that's
Well,
it for me.
Thanks for coming on by. Thanks for the interview, and hopefully we'll see you around for the HRCS playoffs.
I'm hoping Beacon can make it, so just pray for that.
Hopefully so. All right, Porky, thanks for coming on by and have a good night.
Yeah, no problem. Later.
See ya.